Welcome to the world of Vincent van Gogh, one of the most extraordinary, complex, and misunderstood artists in history. Known as much for his vibrant paintings as for his struggles, Van Gogh's life story is one of pain, beauty, and resilience. But how did his inner turmoil impact his art? And why does his work resonate so deeply with us today? Let's start with The Starry Night. Painted in 1889, it's one of his most famous works and was created while Van Gogh was in a mental institution. Yes, you heard that right. Even as he grappled with intense mental anguish, he channeled his energy into painting this vivid, swirling sky. Vincent van Gogh was born in the Netherlands in 1853, and his journey as an artist was unusual. He only started painting seriously in his late 20s, which, believe it or not, is pretty late in the art world. But when he did start, he went all in. In just 10 years, Van Gogh created over 2,000 artworks, drawings, sketches, and paintings, each more expressive than the last. Van Gogh's early work, like The Potato Eaters, looks very different from the colorful paintings he's known for. His early pieces reflect his empathy for the working class, showing people's hard, tired faces under dim light. He wanted to capture the realities of life, harsh, unfiltered, and raw. Over time, though, his style shifted. When he moved to Paris, he began using brighter colors, influenced by other artists like Monet and Seurat. He created some of his most famous works in this period, experimenting with different techniques and bringing more life and color into his art. Yet, while his art was evolving, so was his struggle with mental health. In 1888, Van Gogh moved to Arles in southern France, hoping the vibrant landscape would inspire him. He dreamed of creating an artist community with his friend, the painter Paul Gauguin. But things didn't go as planned. In a moment of intense distress, he cut off part of his own ear. It's a story that's often told, but few understand how deeply it reflects his inner pain and isolation. He was seeking connection and understanding, something he felt he couldn't find. This longing for companionship and peace is seen in his painting, The Bedroom. He painted this room in Arles, hoping it would be a welcoming place for fellow artists. Look closely, and you can almost feel the warmth he wanted to create, but also the emptiness. It's just a bed, a chair, a small table, a reflection of his solitary life. Van Gogh was incredibly close with his brother Theo, and wrote him hundreds of letters. These letters give us a window into his mind. In one letter he wrote, "I put my heart and my soul into my work and have lost my mind in the process." These words capture the intense passion he poured into his art, even when it took everything he had. One of his last paintings, Wheatfield with Crows, shows a field under a stormy sky with crows flying overhead. Some interpret this painting as a symbol of his despair, a cry for help even. But despite everything, Van Gogh never stopped creating. In fact, he painted this during his final months. He once said, "What would life be if we had no courage to attempt anything?" Even in his darkest moments, he found the courage to keep painting. Was Van Gogh mad? Maybe, but more importantly, he was human. He experienced joy, pain, loneliness, and hope, feelings we all go through. What makes Van Gogh so relatable, even now, is that he took those feelings and transformed them into art. He reminds us that there's beauty in struggle, strength in vulnerability, and hope in expression. Through his brushstrokes, he connected with people on a deeply emotional level. He created worlds where sadness and beauty coexist, showing us that it's okay to feel, to struggle, and to express ourselves no matter what we're going through. So maybe the next time you're feeling something, whether it's happiness, sadness, or anything in between, try picking up a pencil or a brush. Create something, even if it's just for yourself. Who knows? Maybe you'll find your own way to express what words can't capture. Thanks for joining us on this journey into Van Gogh's life and art. If you enjoyed learning about the story behind these masterpieces, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Remember, the most beautiful art can come from the deepest places. See you next time.